Today is a continuation from the book of Robert Kiyosaki, Increase Our Financial IQ, and today we'll be discussing intrinsic value. So if you have a business or if you're planning to start a business, you need to know these four characteristics of the intrinsic value of a business. So last week, the other show we had, I talked about niche. So the four characteristics of having a business with an intrinsic value are niche, leverage, expandability, and predictability. Now, today I will be discussing on leverage. But before I discuss leverage, I want to just go over briefly the niche. And we're going to follow it up with the next characteristic of leverage. So a niche, again, means there is minimal competition in your business. It's professionally and personally satisfying. It's high profit potential. It solves a practical need in your community, and there's a strong market demand. Now, niche means the business has a core competence. So core competence means it's defining capability or advantage that distinguish an enterprise from its competitors. It is a defined level of competence in a particular job or academic program. So something that will make money in good times and bad times. Coca-Cola fits this requirement. People will always drink sugar water regardless if the plain water is better for us. A big advantage that Coca-Cola has is trademarks. Now, trademarks is protected by law. We may recall financial intelligence number 2 is all about protection. So when we have a business, we've got to protect our business. So again, the 5 financial intelligence is we have to make more money. We've got to learn how to protect our money. We've got to learn how to budget our money. 4th, we've got to leverage our money. 5, we need to improve our financial information. And by listening to Alken Ria's show, this is improving our financial information. In this case, Warren Buffett likes this product, Coca-Cola, because it is a product that is legally protected. It is legally protected brand. Now, and it is not just a commodity. It is a well-recognized brand. It is protected and it is defended from pirates. Therefore, it increases the intrinsic value of Coca-Cola. When you have a well-recognized brand, it is protected and defended by pirates. So again, intrinsic value of a company. So Rich Dad Poor Dad and is another brand that is trademarked. It is protected by law in every country they do business in. So being a brand, so if you are a business, think of branding your business. Think big, even if you are starting small. Because to retroactively spend, to retroactively do, number 1, you can spend money, but that's a wasted money on whatever you spent. But you cannot recoup that time. So when we are starting small, we've got to change our mindset. We've got to think big, like Rich Dad, like Coca-Cola. So we've got to have our own brand. So a brand is a name, symbol, or other marker that businesses use to distinguish their products from their competitors and foster a public identity. So when we talk about let's do it, we think of Nike. So branding gives a business a greater intrinsic value. So intrinsic value is the price a rational investor is willing to pay for an investment, given its level of risk. Many authors write, such as I write a book, Apartment Prescription, and many authors write books but fail. They fail to build a brand. So when I wrote the book, right, I didn't write it according to my name. I wrote it according to what I do. And I wrote it because apartment prescription. Why? Because I love apartments. Prescription because I'm a physician. So when you start your business, think of something that's related to your everyday work, to what you're solving the problem of your community. And think of it that, if another company, if another organization buy your brand, your business, that brand will live on forever. As we know, Harry Potter is a mega brand. Trump is also a mega brand. So what I have to realize, if I am not a brand, I am simply a commodity. And you and I, we do not want to be a commodity. Why? A commodity is a basic good used in commerce that is interchangeable with other goods of the same type. So the word here is interchangeable. When you have a commodity, people can just exchange you for another good or items. So you don't want that. You do not want to be a commodity. I have to think of branding. Brands have more intrinsic value. And to maintain this value, a brand must be true. True to its message and true to its customers. So when you say, I provide 100% satisfaction to my customers, you've got to stay true to your message, and you've got to be 100% true to your customers. So when you say 100% customer satisfaction, you got to make sure that you're able to deliver that 100% customer satisfaction. A few years ago, a large mutual fund company approached Robert and asked if he would endorse its fund. Although the fee it would have paid Robert Kiyosaki was very high, Robert turned it down. Why? Because in Robert's mind, endorsing a mutual fund would not be true to the Rich Dad brand. So you've got to be true to your message. You've got to be true to your customers. To Robert, it would have shown a lack of integrity. A lack of integrity would diminish the brand's intrinsic value. So intrinsic value, again, is the price of a rational investor is willing to pay for an investment given its level of risk. So that was the niche. Now, today, I'm going to be discussing leverage. So what is leverage? Leverage, this point separates the small business owner from the big business owners. For example, I am a doctor, and it is hard for me to leverage my value if my patient come only to see me. Why? Because I'm only one and I have 24 hours in a day. So if I'm working by myself, I'm leveraging my time. And if my patients only come to see me for my time, then I do not have the leverage. But if I or another doctor would invent a new cure, let's say, for example, a vaccine or a machine, then that doctor's medical intelligence, my intelligence, can be leveraged using a product. So, for example, if I develop a cure to a disease, I can have a pharmaceutical company create more of that cure. And therefore, my intelligence is being leveraged now as a product that people can buy to solve their problems. So the world is filled with a lot of small business owners and professionals who are not able to leverage. This is very true. So hopefully today's topic should open up our minds that we are small, right? We are small, but we've got to think big. We've got to think of leverage. And the world is filled with small business owners and professionals who are not able to leverage because why? They are the product. I, the business owner, I, the employee, am the product.